You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. This is Soap Dirt on YouTube, and we have got our weekly edition of Days of Our Lives spoiler predictions. These are based loosely on the spoilers, but just some ideas where we think some of the storylines are going, where we hope they're going, where we've seen from fan comments here on our YouTube videos where fans hope storylines are going. We take that all into account. We're excited to bring this to you. We've got 5 sizzling front burner storyline predictions, and we're going to bring those to you right now. But if you haven't already, please click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Days of Our Lives updates, news, and more. All right, so our first prediction is that Sloan Petersen is going to blab to EJ DiMera on purpose about Eric and Nicole kissing. So this coming week, Eric and Nicole kiss. We've seen that. It is confirmed. We saw it in the promo. And she is very upset. She thinks that EJ is just blowing her off. Even though he went to all the trouble to get that specialist appointment, she thinks EJ is blowing her off. Of course, he's not. He's kidnapped. And she's down in the dumps. She had a little kind of pregnancy scare. Eric is there for her, and he's a sucker for her, and they kiss. But at the same time, Eric is not a great liar, and he tells Sloan stuff. He knows she's a forgiving person. She really does love him. He's going to tell her about that kiss. She's going to forgive him. I'm certain of that. She's not going to forgive Nicole, though, and she's going to keep a closer eye on her man. And then when she gets the chance to talk to EJ, I think she's going to tell him. Remember, the biscuit nookie reveal was something that she did on accident because she thought Nicole had already told EJ. This time, though, I think she could do it on purpose because she wants to fire a warning shot over the bow and let Nicole know she's not going to hide any of her crap. Of course, Sloan's hiding a much bigger secret because she tampered with that paternity test. All right, our number 2 prediction for Days of Our Lives is that Dimitri von Leuschner is hot for Leo Stark and Gwen Rizczech both. That's what I think is happening here. So Dimitri was told he needs a wife to meet the von Leuschner rules to get this big inheritance, but he genuinely does seem to be attracted to Gwen. He took her to bed. He, seemed to have rocked her world. She's very excited about it, and he didn't seem to mind. So the actor who plays him, Peter Porte, is gay in real life. I don't think they're going to make the character gay. I think they might make him fluid. I could be wrong, but I do feel also this vibe between him and little Leo, and Leo definitely has the hots for him. He is exactly in Leo's wheelhouse. Remember, Leo also has that raging crush on Xander. He likes big, tall, dark bad boys, and he is definitely that. He's not as hairy as Xander, but aside from that. So what I think is there are actual sparks there, and what I'm wondering is if Leo and Dimitri are going to start sneaking around behind Gwen's back, and how will she react when she finds out, and if these 3 will end up in some kind of weird Salem throuple. Has Days of Our Lives ever had a throuple before? They've had love triangles, but I don't know if they've had a throuple. And I actually could weirdly see Gwen and Leo tolerating each other and juicy Dimitri von Leuschner between them in a throuple. I think, is that going to break soap ground if they do that? I don't know. Because a love triangle is not a throuple, or it shouldn't be. All right, our number 3 prediction for Days of Our Lives is that we get a double wedding for Gwen and Dimitri and Stefan and Gabi. Maybe it'll be a double wedding for July Sweeps. July Sweeps is going on like the full month, and we know that Stefan and Gabi are aiming for a July 30th wedding, which is an anniversary of one of their past ceremony. So Dimitri's mom is gone as of July 6th, and with her may go the threat to Stefan's life. Unless Dimitri is going to pick up that banner and start carrying out his mom's plan and try to kill Stefan, it may just be a wedding, because Gabi is leaving. Camila Banus is done, but her exit is not supposed to be until like late September, early October, so it should not overlap with this wedding at all. But Gwen and Dimitri are on a deadline. Gwen doesn't know that, but Dimitri does. He's about to turn 40, and he needs this marriage done ASAP. And if Stefan and Gabi are already planning a wedding for the house, he may just say, hey, we just decided to join you in a double wedding, which is, it's peculiar. I mean, Gwen never dated Stefan. She just dated someone that looked just like him. But, so at least she wouldn't have dated both the grooms. But I think that might actually happen. I think we might get a DiMera family wedding with double trouble. All right, our number 4 prediction is that EJ and Kristen have amnesia weirdness. So you remember that Megan came down and she had that memory erasing formula that she got from Rolf. She injected them both because she didn't want them to warn Stefan, and she didn't want them to tell anybody about her evil plans, but she didn't want to kill them because those are the siblings that she likes. So she gave them that, and we could already see on the last episode that they were kind of like woozy and memories are going. So how far back will this memory loss go? For instance, is EJ going to forget he's with Nicole? Is he going to forget that Nicole is pregnant? Is he still going to think he's married to Sammy for some reason? Is he going to think that he's EJ when he was 30? And remember, EJ in his past has been a really scary dude. He was, running a drug dealing operation. He has this criminal background that's kind of scary. Is he going to dial back to being that version of EJ? And how weird would that be? As for Kristen, she might forget about her divorce from Brady and might still think she's married to Brady. If it dials back more, she may forget about her daughter Rachel completely, which would be super sad because that girl loves her mother. Now, in terms of Kristen's behavior, she's always been bad, so I don't think dialing her memories back is going to make her any better or any worse. Probably not, because she's consistently pretty rotten. But I tend to think whatever amnesia situation that she might have will relate to Brady and Rachel. All right, we're going to dig into one last prediction for Days of Our Lives, but before we do, if you haven't, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Days of Our Lives updates and news. And if you're enjoying these predictions editions, please click a like on this video. All right, our number 5 prediction is that Xander is smitten with Chloe and Sarah is too late. So, Xander is a lot of things. He used to be a blood diamond smuggler. He has been a kidnapper. He has been a hitman. He's been a torturer. He's been Kristen's flunky that kept a bunch of people in a warehouse in Nashville. He doesn't have the moral high ground. But one thing that he's actually not is disloyal. If Xander has you, if you've got Xander on your side, he will always be loyal. And when it comes to the women in his life, he's not a cheater. Think about how long he was obsessed with Nicole and kind of didn't focus on anything else but her, And then with Sarah, it was like, I'm Sarah, 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 Sarah. And then when, he thought Sarah was dead, and then he was with Gwen, and he was like completely committed to Gwen up until the point that he found out about all the bad things she did to Sarah. So that's why that broke. That wasn't because of him. That was because Gwen broke his trust. He is extremely loyal, and now he is falling for Chloe. And I feel like if he gives his heart to Chloe, which he's about 2 seconds away from, because he's a big squishy marshmallow on the inside, burly on the outside, squishy nougaty center. And I feel like he's going to give his heart to Chloe. And once he tells her he loves her, unless she does something to betray him, that's it for him. And so Sarah comes to town, big baby bump. Oh, by the way, I've come here to tell you that I've been lying to you for all these months. And as a matter of fact, I was lying to you by not telling you before I left town. But will you please leave this nice woman that you're in love with and come be a daddy to my baby? And I feel like Xander's going to say, great, I'm going to be a parent to that baby, but I'm going to stay with the woman who hasn't lied and betrayed me. And even though Sarah had good reason to leave him, the bottom line is she did him dirty and has continued to do him dirty by her silence. So will he stick with Chloe? Is Sarah going to be way too late?
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.